The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance, it is the illusion of knowledge. Stephen Hawking. In 1952, polio was a global menace. Every year, the virus killed or paralyzed nearly 500,000 people. Survivors were left relying on crutches, wheelchairs, or even respirators. Yet within just a decade, paralytic polio cases in the US dropped by 96%. Similar declines followed worldwide, and it seemed like polio might soon be eradicated for good. But in the 21st century, the virus began making a comeback. What caused this resurgence, and how can scientists finally eliminate polio forever? To answer this, we need to understand polio's real threat. Most infected individuals show mild flu symptoms or no symptoms at all. Paralysis occurs in less than 1% of cases. But polio is extremely infectious. Historically, 3 strains of poliovirus existed, spreading through airborne droplets or contact with infected fecal matter. This made it thrive in areas with poor sanitation. Once infected, individuals remained contagious for up to 6 weeks, unknowingly fueling silent outbreaks. For years, no one could stop polio, until the 1950s, when physician Jonas Salk developed a breakthrough. He created an inactivated version of the virus that, when injected, prevented all 3 strains from causing paralysis. This inactivated poliovirus vaccine, or IPV, was effective but had a flaw. While it protected individuals, it didn't stop the virus from spreading. Fortunately, microbiologist Albert Sabin was working on an alternative, the oral polio vaccine, or OPV. Unlike IPV, OPV contained weakened versions of the virus, preventing polio from settling in the body. It was also cheaper and easier to administer, making it ideal for mass vaccination. For decades, both vaccines successfully eliminated polio in country after country. But then, a new challenge emerged. Scientists discovered variant strains of polio almost identical to the original 3. Their source? The very vaccine that had helped fight the disease. OPV's weakened virus could spread like wild polio, immunizing unvaccinated people in the process. But if it circulated too long in areas with low vaccination rates, it could mutate into new vaccine-derived strains. This didn't mean OPV was unsafe. In fact, it had already eradicated wild poliovirus type 2 worldwide and wiped out polio in the Americas, the West Pacific, and many other regions. The real issue was ensuring high vaccination rates. At least 80% of every community needed to be vaccinated to prevent mutation. Without this, vaccine-derived strains could emerge. To tackle this, scientists took a 2-pronged approach. First, they developed even safer OPV versions. Monovalent and bivalent OPVs contained only 1 or 2 poliovirus types, reducing the risk of mutation. These vaccines helped eradicate wild polio. Virus types 2 and 3, and are now targeting the last remnants of type 1 in Pakistan and Afghanistan. Additionally, researchers created a new OPV specifically designed to combat vaccine-derived polio with minimal mutation risk. The second approach focused on improving vaccination coverage. Frontline medical workers now use advanced technology to ensure all populations meet the crucial 80% threshold. Digital tools like geospatial imaging help locate and immunize remote communities. Extensive monitoring systems track vaccinations to ensure no child is missed. Wastewater surveillance detects potential outbreaks before they spread. Today, we stand at a pivotal moment in the fight against polio. Wild poliovirus is on the verge of eradication, and with new vaccines, eliminating vaccine-derived strains is within reach. However, challenges remain. In areas of military conflict and civil unrest, vaccination efforts are difficult to sustain. If coverage drops, silent outbreaks could surge again. To finally finish what we started over 70 years ago, we must keep up the pressure. The goal of a polio-free world is closer than ever, but only if we remain vigilant. For more videos, please like and subscribe.